So, what would be your advice for people going through these situations? How should they handle the whole texting, Instagram, social media, all of that? I think we're gonna get some good stuff right now, Cameron. This is tricky.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna let somebody who has not developed what I have ruin what I have developed.
That's very interesting. I'm not gonna allow someone who hasn't developed what I have to ruin what I have developed.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. With the whole texting thing and social media and all of that, for me, it's very difficult, Cameron. And what do you think guys can do, like practical things that they can do? And I'm almost thinking of like, what can you do just to protect yourself from not screwing up? And at the end of the day, hurting the person. Because I feel like when that situation is happening, it's like the worst of you comes out, the worst of that person comes out, and then they're trying the best to be the worst at each other. Right. And that is probably not a real representation of who any of the parties are, because this person that you're having this problem with is someone that time before you would have done anything for that person. Right. And you would have gone against anyone to be in their camp, and now it's almost like you're doing anything that you can to go against them. So I don't think it's a full representation of who the person is in both sides, but at the same time, it's gnarly. It's hard to deal with.
Right. So it's twofold right now. The answer is twofold. Number one, definitely, like I said, you have to understand you got to get into so men, we play chess. Women, they play chess very well too, and that's emotions. They know how to get into our heads at times. They know how to trigger us. So if you are having an emotional dispute with a woman, you are playing in her chess game. You are the pawn, and she's the queen that's just dominating you every single time. So if you fall into her emotional traps, you've lost. You have literally lost. So when do you win in this situation? By separating yourself from the emotions, by realizing that this woman is an emotional wreck. She is not ready to speak in a logical, calm manner. So it really, again, it's based on context. So let's give some practical advice. If you are living with this woman, the best way to do it, Axel, is to get yourself out of the house or apartment, Airbnb, wherever you're at. Get out as soon as possible, pack your bags, don't say anything to her, and just move on. If this is like, you guys are just being very nasty to one another. If you're not staying with her, you're just living in your own place, and she's being nasty with you, block her immediately. Do not hesitate. Block her. What? Block her. That means Instagram, unfollow her, block her. That means Facebook, unfriend her. MySpace, whatever you're on, unfollow them. And I know MySpace doesn't exist, but get rid of any contact with her. Block her on your phone. Do everything like that just to immediately block access from her. Because if you guys don't share any storage together, you guys don't share any things together, there's nothing of value to talk about, there's no reason to entertain this anymore. And if you continuously allow this woman to share space and drama with you, you're going to lose, because drama is a woman's game. That's her playing chess. You playing chess would be you getting your stuff out of the way, you blocking her, and you just moving on. Because I always tell my clients this, that trauma loves drama. Understand that when you're traumatized, it invites more drama. You must remove yourself from the trauma. You must remove yourself from the drama. And the only way to do that is to go live your life and to move on. And understand that, yes, we can say, there's more fish out in the sea. Axel, hey, you can go find another girl if you wanted to. Like, hey, you over there, like, you can find another girl if you wanted to. There's so much fish out in the sea. Well, what happens when you go on the dating apps and you see that you're not getting much matches, right? Then it becomes harder to kind of get over it. So I knew that when I went out in the market, being a single man, I knew that I was going to get results, because I'm a dating coach and I'm a mindset and lifestyle coach. So I know that if I go on the dating apps, it's going to be popping for me. I know that I'm going to get a bunch of matches. I know that I'm desired. And it's not just me being externally validated. It's more like knowing that I feel I validated myself by stepping out of something that no longer served me. And I had the courage to do it. I didn't wait. I finally told myself it was time for me to move on. So I validated myself. So now what do I do to reward myself with validation? By getting some external validation, by going out and finding someone who cherishes my presence and is in alignment with the way I think.